Please pray with me. Incarnate God, we ask that you once again take the Word and transform it into a living, breathing reality we all together can experience. Be present here in this space and in these words. For God, if you are present here, then nothing else will matter. But if you are not present here, then nothing else will matter. In the name of the Creator, the Christ, and the Comforter. Amen. Reading the text for the first time this week, I thought the sermon would write itself. It has all the elements. Jesus crossing geographical borders, religious boundaries being broken, cultural norms, gender binaries, and racial lines. It's all people, all people, all people. And our world truly needs that message over and over and over again. But I couldn't make that sermon land. It was missing something. And to be honest with you, that's how I felt the last few times that I've used that all people line. Those sacred words, our sacred calling. It's like we're almost there, but not yet. Because the question that I have is, as a people who welcome all people, as a people who say that everyone belongs at that table, are we bringing all of ourselves there as well? Because there is a lot of privilege for us in welcoming everyone to that table to bring all of their selves if we don't bring all of ourselves as well. So my soul kept searching until another phrase popped up. Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. It's a rhyme that most of us were taught as children when we were caught telling secrets about one of our friends. And while we were being taught that it's not good to tell somebody else's secret, we were also being taught another important lesson. You don't tell your friends' secrets, and you don't tell your own secrets either. As children, the world will readily teach us that there are things about us that don't quite fit in, that there are things about us that aren't quite normal, that there are things about us that don't look like everyone else, and the world tells us those things are supposed to be hidden away. Don't talk about those things. Those are your secrets. You don't tell someone else's secrets, and you don't tell your own secrets either. And the latter part, that part about not telling our secrets, it's destroying us. Our secrets cause divisions in our relationships with family and with friends. They cause divisions in our own souls. Our secrets cause major distrust in our life because we are constantly thinking, they love me, but would they love me if they knew this? Our secrets cause powerful miscommunications in our own souls that largely result in guilt and in doubt. And our secrets freeze us at crucial moments in our own development because we don't deal with it and we stop growing. And the worst part about it, hiding our secrets, it doesn't work. The formal name is the ironic processing theory, but it's more widely known as the white bear problem. Sit this afternoon and for a minute try not to think about white polar bears. You know all you'll think about? White polar bears. When we're actively trying not to think about something that might cause anxiety or turmoil in our lives, by trying to not think about it, we actually think about it a lot more. There's a great artist, Frank Warren, and he understood this well, these secrets that we keep inside. So in 2004, he decided to host an art exhibit at several local coffee shops and at several local bars. He left postcards for people with these instructions. Write down your secrets. Those things that you've never told anyone. Write them down and mail them in. He was going to create an art exhibit using the secrets. He was shocked by the results. Not only did he receive way more postcards than he thought he would receive, it was also the detail that people put into creating truly pieces of art out of these secrets that were so dear to them. The postcards kept coming. 14 years later, this is still an ongoing project with new secrets published every week. Secrets like these from last week. I wish transgender was something understood and discussed 50 years ago, I'm pretty sure if it were, I'd be much happier today. I've become the person that I hated in high school. I don't believe in God anymore. I remember each time someone called me fat. Today I realized that I had to stop hoping that you were in love with me, and it hurts like hell. I post nude photos online because it gives me self-confidence about my body. I wish I had a person to talk to calm me down and to tell me it's going to be okay instead of sprinting to the medicine cabinet and taking a Xanax. I had an affair. We stopped before we got caught, and I miss her. When things go well, I wreck my life. I want to be an artist. I almost killed myself 4 years ago. I feel like a hostage to the decisions I made. I know the truth to the lie my parents tell me. No one really knows me. What I started to wonder this week is, what would the Samaritan woman at the well, what would her postcard read? I'm pretty certain that I know what it would not have read. I don't think it would have said, "I'm a Samaritan woman." For starters, that's obvious. No one has that as a secret. She's a Samaritan. She's living in Samaritan territory. She knows for some people this makes her detestable. That's not a secret. And she knows that she is a woman, and she knows that she has been told as a woman she has a lower class in society and a lower status than men. This isn't news to her. Those are the unfair realities that she lives with every day. I hear it in her voice the first time Jesus speaks to her, when she turns to him and she boldly asks, "Why are you, a Jewish man, talking to me, a Samaritan woman?" Being a Samaritan and being a woman is not her secret. And I'm pretty certain that her secret has nothing to do with her having a questionable reputation, even though we love to put that label on her. Just listen to how one popular pastor described her last year in a sermon. A worldly and sensually minded, unspiritual harlot, and then the rest of the sermon he simply called her a whore. And just to be clear, that has zero biblical foundation. It's pure male hierarchy and misogyny to just assume that this woman is a prostitute or that she is immoral. This is not her secret. And I'm pretty certain the fact that we love to label her as so has more to do with our secrets than it does with hers. So if her secret has nothing to do with her sexuality or ethnicity or her gender, then what is her secret? My guess is her secret has something to do with the fact that she's walking to the well in the middle of the day when everyone else is at home resting. My guess is that her secret has something to do that she has found a way to be alone at the well. My guess is that her secret has something to do with the fact that at least 5 times in her life she's had her heart broken, maybe through divorce or betrayal or maybe through death, but 5 times she's been in a relationship that didn't end happily ever after. My guess is that her secret has something to do with the fact that the man she is living with right now is probably not a lover. It's probably someone that she's related to. Somebody who took her in when nobody else would, and somebody who treats her like property. My guess is that her secret has the fact to do with that no one else in town wants anything to do with her. So I think her secret would read something like this: I have to go to the well alone every day because it's easier to be alone than to be in front of people who are talking about me. I would rather be lonely than be pitied or mocked. No one gets me. No one understands me. No one knows my story. I'm unlucky in love. 5 times. 5 times it hasn't worked, and currently I live with a man who treats me like a servant. My heart is so broken that I don't think it can ever be fixed again. No one even knows my name. I'm just the woman at the well. Her secrets are real, and her secrets hurt. This is a woman who has been wounded by life. This is a woman who no one understands, and she carries all of her secrets inside because the last thing she needs in life is one more person to let her down. And then one afternoon, she encounters Jesus. This man who must be a prophet because he not only sees her, he knows her. He can tell her things about her life that he shouldn't know, but yet he does. And in knowing her secrets, he loves her. There is something freeing about him. There is something true. There is something that she wants more of in her life. She is finally known. And in being known, she is loved. Her whole story is finally told, and when it's told, there's no shame. Instead, she's free. Brene Brown has done some really incredible work about secrets and shame and honesty and vulnerability. She points out that everything that we believe in this world about perfection and fitting a mold is false. She says there is no concept of perfection, and all the molds we think we need to fit are man-made. And after years of brilliant research, she says that we all suffer from insecurity issues. We all feel unworthy. We all fear being unable to measure up to the standards of success, and that we all carry secrets. After studying people, she has found that those who live most fully, those who live wholeheartedly, are those who believe these words. Yes, I am imperfect and vulnerable, and yes, I am afraid, but that does not change the truth that I am also brave, and I am worthy of love, and I am worthy of belonging. Those who live the best lives are those, she says, that hold nothing back. She says the key to living well is having the courage to tell the story of who you are with your whole heart, to tell the story and to hold nothing back. Which brings me to my favorite line in this text, which is really hard to choose because this text is amazingly rich and it says everything that should be said about Jesus. However, my favorite line is this. Many Samaritans from the city believed in him because of the woman's testimony. He told me everything I have ever done. Don't miss that line. This woman who goes to the well in the middle of the day so that she's not seen and that she's not known is suddenly running back to the village, to the crowded place, shouting to everyone, "Come and see." There are no more secrets for her. Come and see this man who told me everything I've ever done, and yet he loved me. Come and see this man who knows the darkest corners of our heart, and he loves us anyway. Come and see this man who knows your true story, and in doing so will set you free. She's finally found the place that Paul later describes in the lectionary text from the epistle for today. We throw open our doors to God and discover at the same moment that God already has thrown open God's door to us. We find ourselves standing where we've always hoped we might stand, out in the wide open spaces of God's grace and God's glory, standing tall. You see, once she is freed from her secrets, she can finally be who God intended her to be. Once she tells her whole story, she can move into the greater story. Her secrets are exposed, and what she finds isn't shame. She finds love and grace and mercy and forgiveness. You see, there is a deep truth that we need to hold on to this season. Your very scars might be your salvation, and telling your secrets might be the only way to freedom. And more than that, your scars and your secrets might be my freedom, and my scars and my secrets might be your salvation. Sharing our brokenness with one another might lead to healing because God knows that keeping it hidden isn't. To use Anita's words from her testimony earlier this morning, it's not simply feeling vulnerable, it's choosing vulnerability by choosing to share all of our journey together. Leonard Bernstein wrote a beautiful opera simply titled Mass. It was commissioned by Jacqueline Kennedy and was one of the first works featured in the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. The narrative of the work largely follows a Catholic Mass, with the different actors playing those observing and participating in the Mass. The climax of the opera features a human pyramid where the different characters crawl on top of one another until at the top there is a priest dressed in his clerical best and holding a chalice and holding a loaf of bread. The pyramid slowly crumbles and comes crashing to the ground, and as it does so, the priest's robe is ripped off to reveal a man in blue jeans and a t-shirt. The bread is torn into pieces, and the glass breaks on the ground. The opera concludes with the priest in his blue jeans and t-shirt holding up a piece of the broken glass and simply saying, "I never knew something broken could shine so brightly." Maybe that's our journey as well. The light breaks in when we refuse to hide, but instead allow ourselves to be fully seen, to share all of ourselves, to tell our story with our whole heart, being known and being loved and going running into crowds of people shouting, "This is me. This is me. Let me tell you my story, because as I tell you my story, I'm going to introduce you to the one who can save you." All people, all people, all people means that we bring all of ourselves to that table and that we hold nothing back. The light gets in through honesty. Come and see. Amen and amen.